Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We were discussing about the chapter electricity and circuits. In the last period, we have studied about what is circuit. What is circuit? Circuit is the path along which the electric current can flow. Now, we will discuss an activity to construct a simple electric circuit. You can open page 118 of your book and see the diagrams. To construct a simple electric circuit, we needed a piece of thermocol, a safety pin, two drawing pins, three plastic coated wires with bare ends, means from both the ends you will remove the plastic coating, a torch bulb, an electric cell and a sellotape. Then what you will do? You will insert a drawing pin into the ring at one end of the safety pin and fix it in the thermocol sheet, and you will make sure that the safety pin can be rotated freely. Now you will do what? You will fix another drawing pin in the thermocol sheet in such a way that the safety pin can easily make contact with it. Now you will make a circuit by connecting an electric cell and an electric bulb with this switch or this safety pin as shown in figure 12.9b of your book. You can see that one end of the safety pin is connected by a green wire, another end of the safety pin is connected by a red wire. Green wire is connected to the cell, red wire is connected to the bulb, and both the bulb and the cell are also connected by a wire. Thus you can see there is no interruption of the circuit. The circuit is complete. And when you will make this arrangement that the safety pin touches the head of the other pin, you can see that the bulb glows. Now turn the safety pin so that it does not touches the head of the other drawing board. Then you will see that the bulb does not glow. So what do we conclude from it? We conclude that when the switch is in the off position, the circuit is incomplete. Hence no electric bulb glows. And when the switch is in the on position, the circuit is complete and the electric bulbs glow. This is how we can make a electric circuit. This you can try at home. Now you all must have seen an electric torch. Everybody must have seen and played with a torch, and you must have opened the torch also while putting down new cells, and you have viewed the inner side of this torch also. Now we will discuss the inner structure of the torch. When you examine the interior of a torch, you see that it has 2 or 3 cells placed in such a way that the positive end of one torch touches the negative end of the other cell. The cells are in series. This arrangement, when one positive cell is connected to the negative or another cell and another negative is connected to the positive, this arrangement is called as series arrangement. They are connected through a switch into a small bulb. The negative terminal of the cell presses against the spring at the base of the torch. The positive terminal of the cell presses against the metal tip at the base of the bulb. There are 3 metal strips: metal strip A, metal strip B and metal strip C. Metal strip A is a part of the switch. Metal strip B is connected with the metal case of the bulb, and metal strip C is connected to the spring. Metal strip B and C are fixed, while metal strip A can be pressed and made to slide. When the switch is pushed to the on position, the metal strip A is pushed forward so that it touches B and C, and the circuit is completed, which causes the bulb to glow. When the switch is pushed to the off position, the contact between metal strip A and B is broken and the circuit is incomplete. The current does not flow through the circuit and the bulb does not glow. This is how the torch works. Now some more topics we will discuss, that are insulators and conductors. You must have seen there are some materials which conduct electricity and there are some materials which do not conduct electricity. The materials that allows electric current to pass through them are called conductors. All the metals are good conductor of electricity. Water is also a good conductor of electricity. That is why electric wires are made up of copper. Among non-metals, only graphite is a good conductor of electricity. Then what are insulators? Materials that do not allow electric current to pass through them are called insulator. Now we will test whether a material is conductor or an insulator. For this we need is again an electric cell, a torch bulb fitted with a holder, a paper clip made up of steel, eraser and some connecting wires. What you will do, you will make a circuit. How you will make a circuit? You will take a cell, you will connect and take two wires. One end of the cell, the positive end will be connected by one wire and the negative end of the cell will be connected by another wire. Then one wire will be connected to an electric bulb and another wire and then another wire is connected to the negative terminal of the cell and to the negative terminal of the bulb. Then first you will cut the other wire which is connected to the negative side and make some gap between the wires and insert a steel pin between this gap. You see, when you insert a steel pin, the bulb glows. Now remove this pin and insert a rubber or a wooden thing. You see, when you insert a eraser or a rubber, the bulb does not glow. This shows that steel is a good conductor of electricity or a conductor and rubber is a bad conductor of electricity or rubber is an insulator. You can repeat this activity with the help of a small iron key, a sharpener, a coin, a pencil, lead, etc. Okay? Now, you should be very cautious when you work on electricity. Every time we need electricity to work in our home, so there are some precautions we should take while working on electricity. First, replace the fuse bulb only when it is switched off and cool. Number 2, never touch electrical switches or gadgets when your body is wet. Why? Because when your body is wet, it means you have water and water is a good conductor of electricity, so you can get electric shock. Then do not repair or install electric wirings or appliances. Do not try to repair it when you don't have enough knowledge of it. Then do not touch electric poles and transformers on the road. Mostly children do that. They walk on the road and touches all the poles and the transformers. Never touch them. Then do not touch a hanging wire on the road. Sometimes when the wire is broken on a road, then never try to touch that wire, a hanging wire on the road. Then never fly kites near overhead power lines. And never join the electric wires with a bare hands. These are the precautions you should take when you work on electricity. This completes your chapter.